Gabby Petito never goes outside.
Two of them has been like, they seem like such a nice couple. But a lot of couples look nice on Instagram.
Earlier today, human remains were discovered, consistent with the description of Gabby Petito.
Baby, come here. I want to retake this video.
I have two missing young people.
Gentleman was slapping the girl.
Never know when it comes to relationships.
We've been lucky so far at all the places we've stayed, but I'd say this is one of the best so far.
Investigators say human remains found in Florida this week are those of Brian Laundrie.
Big human remains, along with personal items, such as a backpack and notebook belonging to Brian Laundrie.
Is this her vehicle?
August through October 2021, a cross-country trip that starts as shared plans becomes a national search, a recovery in Wyoming, and the answers that arrive just too late. This is Tragedy Revisited. Before the headlines, there was Gabby Petito, 22, creative, careful with her camera.
Gabby Petito never goes outside.
Traveling the West in a converted van with her fiance, Brian Laundrie, intent on turning miles into memories. In mid-August, a 911 caller in Moab reports that Brian is slapping Gabby.
Hi, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, I'm calling. I'm right on the corner of Main Street by Moonflower, and we're driving by, and I'd like to report a domestic dispute. Florida with the white van, Florida license plate, white land, gentleman,
Where's it at?
5'6" deer. They just drove off. They're going down Main Street. They made a right onto Main Street from Moonflower.
Or what were they doing?
Cooperative, but what'd you say?
What were they doing?
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes, and then we stopped. They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off.
Okay, you said it's a white van?
White van. I give you the license plate. Just give me 1 sec. I took a picture of it.
What kind of white van?
Body cam later shows a shaken Gabby and a tense exchange.
I was just cleaning and straightening up the back of the van before, and I was apologizing to him and saying, I'm sorry that I'm so mean, because sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I just get really frustrated. Not like mean towards him, I just like, I guess my vibe is like, I am like in a bad.
Officers separate them for the night, sending Brian to a hotel and leaving Gabby with the van so the situation can cool down.
Don't text each other tonight. He wants to pass on the same message you passed to him. We're really looking forward to talking to you again, but I told him, and you, unless there's earth-shattering emergency news, don't text tonight, okay? Even with the good nights, I love you. He's saying good night now, saying he loves you now, and you guys can talk tomorrow morning, okay? He's gonna go to the hotel. I'm gonna give you the keys to the van. We're gonna go to home. Alrighty? So, here's that. I'm giving him a ride over to the hotel, okay? So, everything's gonna be okay.
The trip continues, but the tone is different. In late August, witnesses in Jackson, Wyoming describe Brian in a heated confrontation with restaurant staff while Gabby appears upset and apologetic.
She says everything that's been on the news about what happened here is made up. She says there was no loud voices, no one got angry, no one threw a fit here, but she says that Gabby and Brian did leave the restaurant without paying, and she says that the server followed them outside, that they paid the bill out here on the street, and that Brian was very calm, but then that they came back into the restaurant together, and that Gabby said that she wanted her money back, and the restaurant said that we're not going to give you your money back, and that then Gabby and Brian left.
Soon after, messages to her family feel off and then stop. On September 1, Brian drives the shared van back to Northport, Florida without Gabby and offers no public explanation. 10 days later, her family files a missing person report and launches a Facebook page to centralize tips and widen the search. The case surges across social platforms within days. Timelines are stitched together, potential sightings are compared, and millions of views turn the internet into a force multiplier for leads. One lead becomes pivotal. Travel vloggers Jen and Kyle Bethune, reviewing their August 27 dash cam, notice a white van pulled off on a dirt road near the Spread Creek dispersed camping area in Wyoming.
And I slowed it down so you can possibly see it a little bit better.
Kind of freaky for a late Saturday evening, but we just kind of had a brain fart. Oh my God, there's that van. So if anybody can help, I know the FBI is looking for all the help they can get on the case.
After seeing posts about Gabby online, they alert the FBI and share the exact turnout, helping ground teams zero in. On September 19, investigators recover human remains near Spread Creek that are identified as Gabby Petito. The coroner rules the death a homicide caused by manual strangulation with blunt force injuries to the head and neck.
Earlier today, human remains were discovered consistent with the description of Gabby Petito. Full forensic identification has not been completed to confirm 100% that we found Gabby, but her family has been notified of this discovery. The cause of death has not been determined at this time.
In Florida, the search shifts to Brian Laundrie's whereabouts through the flooded Carlton Reserve and the adjacent Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park. On October 20, authorities find skeletal remains alongside a backpack and a notebook. The remains are identified as Brian Laundrie.
Investigators found what appears to be human remains, along with personal items, such as a backpack and notebook belonging to Brian Laundrie.
The medical examiner rules his death self-inflicted. Investigators later review the recovered notebook and find a written admission taking responsibility for Gabby's killing, closing the criminal case. The story that follows isn't only about one couple, it's also about who gets seen. The intense coverage sparks broader debate over why cases involving young white women draw outsized attention while many missing people of color do not, and it fuels efforts to support families searching for loved ones. In Gabby's name, a foundation forms to back missing persons work and domestic violence prevention so more voices are heard and more people are found.
Bringing a lot more knowledge of how many people go missing. Maybe their families will have the closure that they need.
What's your take on this case? Drop it in the comments. If you've been drawn into this story, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know which case you think we should revisit next. This is Tragedy Revisited. Hold space for the lost, hold tight to the truth, and revisit with care.